Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World. Today, quick guitar lesson for the Motorhead song Iron Fist. So Iron Fist came out 1982, the 5th studio album of the classic lineup of Fast Eddie, Filthy Phil and Lemmy. First album, Overkill, Bother, and then the classic Ace of Spades, and then the live album No Sleep Till Hammersmith. So I suppose the problem they had when they put Iron Fist out was the previous two albums. You'd had Ace of Spades, I mean, huge album. I think this was the first album. It was the first album that was released in America, officially released in America. But you had that, and then you had No Sleep Till Hammersmith. In the UK charts at number 1. You can't go any higher than number 1 in the charts. So Motorhead were on a kind of hiding to nothing by when they released Iron Fist. And then Fast Eddie jumped ship. I mean, the rumour was he wasn't happy with the recording of Stand By Your Man with Wendy Williams, and he chucked it after a gig at the New York Palladium 1982, and then Brian Robertson came in. But anyway, today we're here to talk about Iron Fist. So what I will do is I will focus in on the guitar. As I said before, when I try and include my face, I mean, all is scary for children. It takes me forever to edit a video and you don't really see my face. You just only see what I'm playing on the guitar. So I will focus in on the guitar and we'll quickly go through this song. I don't plan on doing the solo as such, but I'll maybe talk a little bit about it. So back in a bit. So this song is the same as last week's lesson for Saxon. The studio album is in E flat, but I'll be playing this in standard tuning. So the song starts with a bass riff from Lemmy, from the D to the E, and then Fast Eddie plays G, D, A. Just those major chords. And then it's Lemmy again. And then Eddie joins in, so you're playing the 5th fret of the A string, the D note, hammer on to the 7th fret of the A string, the E note, and then hit the open E string as well. G, D, A. So it plays that 4 times, and then when it goes into the verse, it stays on the D to the E. It stays on the E twice as long as it does in the intro, but it does go back to the G, D, A. So I'll play a part of a verse. Now the chorus, you play each of these chords 3 times. It's F, C, G, D, back to F, C, and then 2 on the G and 1 on the D. So I'll play the chorus slowly. And then it goes back into like a verse. Now what the guitar does, instead of playing the D on the 5th fret of the A to the E on the 7th fret of the A, it plays here on the 7th fret of the G string to the 9th fret, the D to the E here, although you can play it on the 12th fret of the D and the 14th fret of the D. So you're playing those 2 notes together, that's the 12th fret of the G and B strings. So I'll play that slowly. And then the 12th and 14th of the D again. in the G, D, A. So I'll play that in context, coming out of the chorus. Back into the verse again. Chorus. And then it goes in to the solo. Now I won't do the whole solo, but I'll give you my thinking on guitar solos. I mean, when you listen to people like Fast Eddie, I don't think he played exactly the same every time. He would have a basic idea, and then he would improvise in a live setting. So when I'm trying to learn solos for doing covers, I mean, I'm not playing exactly what the album is, but I try and pick out important notes. And in this solo, the important notes, it starts the same way on the 12th, 14th fret of the D as the bit you played earlier. It goes over to the 12th fret of the G string, back to the 14th, back to the 12th of the D string. Now the next important note I can hear is he's playing the 14th fret of the G string, bending up and then catching the 15th fret of the B string. So what I do is and then the next important note I can hear is it goes back down that scale a bit, and you're just sticking to the 14th, 12th frets of the G, D and A strings, but he plays this and then catches the 14th fret of the D but bends it up a full tone, down again, and then he continues down the scale, just the 14th fret to the 12th fret of the D string, A string, down to the 10th fret of the A, 12 of E, 10 of E. So it's really just sticking to the notes in this scale. I mean, that's not the exact solo, but if I was asked to come and jam with your band, that's how I would play it. And the other important part of a solo is the end bit. If you get that right, then you're laughing. So what that is, it's a double stop on the 10th fret of the B string, bending up the 12th fret of the G string. 1, 2, 3. Then move up 2 frets, double stop on the 12th fret of the B and the 14th fret of the G. So it's up on the 14th fret of the G, down 12th fret of the G, 14th fret of the D, then over to the 12th fret of the G and B strings. So I'll play that slowly. And then double stop again on the 12th fret of the B, 14th fret of the G, bend that up. And this time it plays. So it's the 14th fret of the G, bent up, down, and then 12th fret of the G, back to the 14th fret of the G. So I'll play that bit slowly. Finishes on the 12th fret, the G. So I'll play that whole part. This is the very end of the solo. The very last two notes of the solo is just the G and D chords, but you play up here on the 12th fret of the D and G strings to the 12th fret of the A and D strings. And then back to reverse again. So I went through it quite quickly, but there's not a lot in it. I hope it made sense. And I hope it made sense about the solo. I mean, I think the most important thing is you learn the first bar of the solo, the last bar of the solo, and then if there's bits that really stick out. And in that particular solo, when you're bending the note on the 4th string up a full tone, that's an important note. So it's a case of picking out the notes that other people will hear as well, and then hopefully joining all up and keeping in the right key. And that's you're cooking with gas, as they say in Scotland. So thank you once again for tuning in, folks. I do appreciate it. I hope you like my Hellenbach t-shirt. This might be the only Hellenbach t-shirt in existence. Cheers for now.